What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction, back with some more Chris Isaak as we return to Heart-Shaped World 1989. Thank you again to Michaela for kicking off this deep dive with both the Wicked Game album and the Forever Blue album. But yes, we're on to Heart-Shaped World. So we have been jumping around in time a bit, it is fair to say, and I guess in a way we've been going backward in time. But yes, the next tune on Heart-Shaped World is Kings of the Highway, which makes me think of people on motorcycles, maybe a motorcycle group or gang. Of course, I would expect this to maybe have a more specific meaning, so even if it is someone or multiple people on motorcycles, I would predict it to be part of a more narrow narrative. In any case, we'll see what Chris has to say about it. This is Chris Isaak. The song is Kings of the Highway, and it's from his 1989 album, Heart-Shaped World.
One that I love, still laugh when I cry. The one that I love wouldn't stay by my side. If love could have lasted forever, I'd be with her today. If love could have lasted forever, I'd still hear her say, darling, king. Faster you drive, the less you can feel. The lights on the road are strange and unreal, where there's nothing to lose, there's nothing to win. In a night without day, on a road without end, darling, king. The one that I love used to laugh when I cried. The one that I love wouldn't stay by my side. If love could have lasted forever, I'd be with her today. If love could have lasted forever, I'd still hear her say, darling, king. Darling king of the highway, we will be. Darling king of
Another cool one from Chris. It's like this one has a very rural, rustic feel. Very much the kind of tune that you could listen to on a road trip as you're driving through, like, I don't know, Arizona, and there's, sort of desert and like rock mountains in the distance. But there's also a bit of a haunted feel to it, and I think maybe that is an outgrowth of the emotional feeling of the tune, which would fit perfectly onto Forever Blue, and it's very much in Chris's wheelhouse lyrically. Because, yeah, it sounds like he's saying not only did this woman stop loving him or not love him despite how he felt, though I feel like stop is probably more likely the correct framing, because it sounds like at one point they were together in a more genuine sense, and apparently at that time she said to him, "Kings of the highway we will be," and that gave me an image of, Chris riding a motorcycle and her holding on the back, and them just going wherever they want, having the freedom to explore and to spend whatever time they want, wherever they want, together as kings of the highway out on the open road. And of course the open road, it just has that built-in metaphor of possibility and the future, but not necessarily knowing where the destination is. But apparently at some point it's like she began not only falling out of love with him, but like treating him badly. Like he'd be crying and she was laughing. Like she's laughing while he's crying, which feels harsh, and obviously there's still some untold part of that story, so I feel like we are getting a rough version, and maybe it's because he doesn't want to go over all the details. But yeah, it sounds like at some point she was being very harsh toward him, and it made him very sad, and eventually she went off, and now she's not there anymore. And he's saying, I think, if only that love could last forever, then I could still hear you saying that, kings of the road we will be, but it is no more, and the woman he loves no longer loves him. So again, it feels very Chris Isaak in terms of the storytelling and the emotional point of view. But yeah, I did enjoy trying to track it lyrically. So yeah, another cool tune from Chris. And as I said, I enjoyed the sort of haunted feel in an otherwise like desert rock type of sonic environment. So yeah, definitely a cool one. Looking forward to going through more of the album. I'll be on the lookout just to make sure nothing else in here is from or was included in the Wicked Game compilation album. And if it is, we'll make sure to, jump over it and move on to the next one. But I'm enjoying it. I hope you are too. Let me know what you think. I will see you next time. Peace.